Hi guys, welcome to another audio video, and I'll be reading 2 Samuel 4 of the King James Version Bible. And it reads, "And when Saul's son heard that Abner was dead in Hebron, his hands were feeble, and all the Israelites were troubled. And Saul's son had 2 men that were captains of bands. The name of the one was Baanah, and the name of the other Rechab. The sons of Rimmon, a Beerothite, of the children of Benjamin, for Beeroth also was reckoned to Benjamin. And the Beerothites fled to Gittaim, and were sojourners there until this day. And Jonathan, Saul's son, had a son that was lame of his feet. He was 5 years old when the tidings came of Saul and Jonathan out of Jezreel. And his nurse took him up and fled. And it came to pass, as she made haste to flee, that he fell and became lame. And his name was Mephibosheth. And the sons of Rimmon, the Beerothite, Rechab and Baanah, went and came about the heat of the day to the house of Ishbosheth, who lay on a bed at noon. And they came thither into the midst of the house, as though they would have fetched wheat. And they smote him under the 5th rib, and Rechab and Baanah his brother escaped. For when they came into the house, he lay on his bed, in his bedchamber, and they smote him, and slew him, and beheaded him, and took his head, and gat them away through the plain all night. And they brought the head of Ishbosheth unto David to Hebron, and said to the king, Behold, the head of Ishbosheth the son of Saul, thine enemy, which sought thy life, and the Lord hath avenged my lord the king this day of Saul and of his seed. And David answered Rechab and Baanah his brother, Behanah his brother, the sons of Rimmon the Beerothite, and said unto them, As the Lord liveth, who hath redeemed my soul out of all adversity. When one told me, saying, Behold, Saul is dead, thinking to have brought good tidings, I took hold of him and slew him in Ziklag, who thought that I would have given him a reward for his tidings. How much more, when wicked men have slain a righteous person in his own house upon his bed, shall I not therefore now require his blood of your hand, and take you away from the earth? And David commanded his young men, and they slew them, and cut off their hands and their feet, and hanged them up over the pool in Hebron. But they took the head of Ishbosheth and buried it in the sepulchre of Abner in Hebron. Okay guys, so in this chapter we see where these young men took it upon themselves. Baanah and his brother took it upon themselves, the sons of Rimmon took it upon themselves to basically avenge David of Saul's heirs, seeds, as they put it, by killing Ishbosheth. But that was never David's intent, to kill Saul's children. It was David's intent to live among them. And we recall that David had this strong spiritual bond with Jonathan. So he would not want someone to kill his brother. He would not want someone to bring harm to his brother. So they thought, because Saul had sought to kill David all those years, that David bore ill will against Saul and his children. But he did not. He had nothing but love in his heart for his basically brothers. Okay, though he was the son of Jesse, he was taken into Saul's house when he was young, and he was made captain over Saul's men, and he's been living there with them, and he took Jonathan to be his brother. So to hear that someone actually killed his brother, that's not something for him to be happy about. And so he told his men to kill these young men, the sons of Rimmon, for the evil act that they did, because they went to Ishbosheth's house and slayed him in his bed. There's no honor in that. And this shows us that David is indeed a man of honor. Well, he was initially a man of honor, if you want to say that. I still say he's a man of honor because he still remained faithful to God. Okay? So I'm gonna say he's still a man of honor. He was a man of honor, and what they thought would have actually gained them rewards or favor in his sight actually displeased him, and they ended up losing their lives over that act which they think they were doing for his sake, in his name. And if you recall from the previous chapter, David showed that he was not happy that Abner was killed. He was quite distressed, and it wasn't his will for Abner to be killed in that way. He was against it, and his countenance showed that, and the fact that he would not eat until the sun went down, to show that he was actually weeping and mourning for Abner's death because he was against it. Okay, and that shows me that he's a man of honor. If nothing else, that does. And so there's not much here, so I'm gonna leave it right there. Okay, please guys, remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification so you're alerted whenever a new audio video is posted. And please remember to share your thoughts, your comments, and your revelations down below in the comment section. Have yourselves a blessed day, and remember to keep your salvation. And if you've not yet gained it, then seek it. There's no better time to begin than the present. Bye.